fact that I'm standing on the front of a boat is probably clue enough that I managed to get out of Turkmenistan. Woo! I think I got into the ferry terminal at 10 in the morning, which is when I made my last video, and didn't get on board the ferry till about 1 o'clock at night. It turns out there was a ferry leaving that day, so the ticket that I'd bought for $130, I got $100 back from that, and then the new ticket was $60. It's just a bit retarded that none of the ticket sales or the information desk at the ferry terminal or the hotel tend to speak to each other, and so none of them really know what the other one's up to, and what ferries are available and all the rest of it. So it was a little bit frustrating just sort of sitting there all day. I had it because my transit visa yesterday ran out. I needed to leave yesterday, which meant stamping out of immigration yesterday regardless of when the ferry was leaving. It turns out that all went okay, so I didn't have to sit in no man's land for any number of days or anything like I thought I would. Anyway, this is the Caspian Sea. So I don't know how long this journey will take. The lady at the desk told me it will take about 18 hours, but I'm suspecting it'll take a bit longer than that, and then add on a bit of time for docking at the port of Baku. So that direction there, that's Turkmenistan. And about 200 kilometers that way is Baku. These are the sleeping cabins. Yeah, it's a good thing that I've been sleeping in dorms for the last 11 months because, to be honest, these are pretty much the same thing. So I'm pretty used to it. Maybe more used to it compared to some of the other travellers on the boat.
Otsmanak'ta 100 versten platilde var dedim. Doğru verip 107 değildi Otsmanak. 100 versten. 107 sen son 107 sonra. 107 değildi. Başta 110 değildi. Sana 110 değildi. Koymadan ne çevirecek dedi? 107 verecek değildi.
The sun setting over the Caspian Sea behind me here. It's a really nice sort of tranquil ride on this ferry because it's an inland sea. I guess it's not very rough, so it's not like being out in the open ocean. It's sort of calm. It only takes less than 24 hours to actually make the crossing. I mean, we're less than 100 kilometers away from the shore of Azerbaijan now. Can't really see it in the camera, but in the distance over here there's a number of oil rigs. You can see them dotting the horizon everywhere. I think at night time you'll actually be able to see them a bit better because they'll be lit up.
Bugün atın ki sabah mesuliyetli hayat adına
Azerbaijan. Nice.
Video, Sheki.
Video, yeah. Yes, video, yeah.
İngiliz. Jennifer Lopez. Vulkan.
Oh, wow. Oh, volcano, yeah, okay.
zone in Zaver Batumi.
I've been here for about a week. And for one reason or another, I've been very uninspired to take a video because my first couple of days in Baku were a little bit shit, and I got scammed massively in a bar by some locals. So I didn't really feel like giving this country much of an advertisement, but since being in Sheki, which is the second town that I've been in Azerbaijan, my opinion has kind of slightly altered now, and I feel like I can finally give this place a little bit more of a positive review. I've just spent the night in a winery here, which was fantastic. Azerbaijan, Georgia, Armenia, all three countries are very well known for their wines. It's just perfect longitude for winemaking. I mean, like when you compare it to, say, Bordeaux and parts of northern Italy and the rest of it, it's all the same longitude, so it's the same climate. And today was fantastic. The wine was great. The order of the wine service was a little bit different to what I'm used to. It started off with the Shiraz, and then went to the Cab Sav, and then the Merlot, and then onto the whites. But so it started from the strong wines and then finished with the soft. Anyway, I'm heading back to the hostel in Sheki now. I have no videos from Baku. I know that because I was filming and I didn't do any. I've got a couple of time lapses and stuff of the flame tower, but that's it. I don't know. I just didn't have a good time there. I know they say it's one of the top 10, one of the top 10 party cities in the world, but for me, just didn't enjoy it. And I know that sounds negative, but if you have a negative experience, you're just going to have a negative opinion. So I'm quite happy to have come to this town, Sheki, and it's been nothing but positive so far. And I'm going to only stay here one night, and tomorrow I'll be heading to Georgia, to Tblisi. There's nothing much between me and London, you know. There's Turkey, there's Georgia, there's a few Balkan countries, Italy, France. We're almost done, and for me that's quite exciting. Next week it'll be 12 months since I left home, and 12 months is a long time to be traveling. If you've never traveled for 12 months before, you don't really understand the kind of emotions that you go through. What I'll say for now is it's going to be absolutely fantastic to be home, and I just can't wait to see everyone. Sort of just re-assimilate, re-engage with Australian culture, and stop carrying this camera at arm's length because it's hurting my shoulder. I've made it across the border into Georgia now, and I'm about to get that marshruta to Tblisi. That cost about 7 lemire, I think the currency is. I haven't even looked up what the currency is here. That's how slack I've been getting with my travelling. But I think it's about 5 or 4 Australian dollars. No, actually it's about 3.5 Australian dollars because you divide it by 2. So very, very cheap. And it's about 200 kilometers away from the border.
ძალიან მინდა რომ მანქანა სავსე შენ გონია მე არ მეოჩქარა წავიდე ან ამ ხის სანაკაცა
Apasquia, de sessão.
აშია მოგა აფასია
Do tem beriane, como não tinha?
We had car very with what more very nice come let's see very part
It moment they can check out.
I've made it to Armenia today. I'm in the town of, just wait a second. Vanadzor, or Vanadzor. But yeah, it was about halfway from the border of Georgia to Yerevan, which is the capital. So I thought I'd stop in at this town, and there's a few other towns I want to visit, just to get a bit of a feel for how the villagers live, and to see some of the mountainside, because that's really why people come to Armenia in the first place. Vantage point to get some cool photos of the city. Cheers.
Cheese?
Cheers.
Cheese.
Cheese genaf.
Че cheese on chemin moi j'ai pit.
Vocht.
What? What?
Vocht.
Vorch.
Vocht.
Like vorch, like vorch.
Wash. Wash.
Vorch.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Selfie.
Yep.
Դարձիր ինձ մոտ, վերադարձիր Դունայից ավար սիրտս, միայն քեզնով է շնչել, չի կամենան ավերստին, Կեստանջեր ծավատ սիրտս, միայն քեզնով է շնչել, չի կամենան ավերստին կեստանջեր, եթե պարքնու վայելքները Ժպտան Դունարից
Woo! Oh, bravo!
Thank you.
Vocht bitte.
Mag zitten, ja, zo fijn.
Look at this bottle. What is this?
Yeah.
Percent? Where's the 40%? Yeah.
Воздух.
Whoa. Okay.
Водка.
Vodka.
N. Առաջին. Yo, bro. Okay.
O şantaj. Şantaj. Полицию şantaj.
Yep.
Անբարոյականը
He's poured me another vodka. We're ready to go here.
հենց ամերիկացի։
Bir de şakalar grigin atna.
Ամերիկացի։ Okay.
As we've gathered together with such good people, let us drink the unforgettable toast of this moment.
Okay.
Unforgettable.
One more.
Let's go.
Ողջ բիջոջը։ Ես էլ խոն կա սատ կերես։
It's the morning after the night before. And feeling a little bit precious today. Got my coffee. Hopefully this does the trick. But yeah, all the local boys in the hostel last night were from the army. They all seem to have day jobs as well. One of them was a singer. But in the army he was a sniper, for example. They all fought against Azerbaijan in the Karabakh region. Anyway, it just seemed impossible to reject their hospitality last night, so I ended up having about 10 vodka shots. I'm pretty sure I got into double digits. And just before I went to bed, I made sure I threw up most of those, so I wasn't in my system this morning. Feeling a bit groggy, but I think I'm going to be able to push on to Lake Sevan today still. It's only 12 o'clock, so I've got plenty of daylight left. Sevan here at the moment. I'm the only one here. This place is meant to be a bit of a getaway destination in the summer for the locals. Obviously lots of people from the capital city come here for their vacations. I'm just going to watch a bit more of the sunset and then go back to my little cabin. Because it's freezing out here. I know I look warm, but definitely not warm at the moment. Anyway, heading to Yerevan tomorrow, which is the capital of Armenia, so hopefully there's a bit more action there and a few more people and not quite as somber and dead as the last two places have been. Seems to be dogs everywhere. There's another 2 dogs just up the road barking at me. friendliest country in the world. Dear. Here at the Korvarat Monastery, just outside of Yerevan. Usually you'd actually see the Ararat Mountains behind it, but it's a bit hazy today. Unfortunately, the mountains are actually over technically in Turkey. So on a clear day you'd actually see the Armenian and Turkish soldiers along the border in the distance over there. There's actually a sentry over here that you can see with some soldiers in it, but that's about it.
Stopping here.
Okay. So sometimes you see soldiers in these little bunkers.
If you want, I can stop.
Oh no, it's fun. You're doing a good job.
Yung mataba na, no?
Okay.
Ay! Ko basta Pilipino.
The Philippine tour group.
Yeah! Welcome to our world.
Yes.
This grape type is 6,000 years old. From this grape we have dry wines, 6 types from different years. The older is from 1996, 22 years old. The young is from 2014, 4 years old. 3-4 years we keep in oak barrels, then in bottles in our cellar. From this grape we have also semi-dry and semi-sweet wines. These are from last year. These are young wines. Semi-dry is mixed. We mix dry wine with semi-sweet wine. It's without sugar. Semi-sweet is also without sugar. It's also young wine from last year. And we have white wine. White is from grape types. Miscali is Kharji. These are also local grapes. This is Kharji and this is Miscali. Another name Kharji is Bosque.
Next.
Would you like to test another dry wine? So
Kailang kalibre gali? Anya na ay gataong tamis.
Ginataan.
Ginataan.
Dinugdog. I think dinugdog is sa Cebuano.
I don't know how it's called like, but I still remember the taste. Lola made it for us.
That's nice.
Nasa yung
Ate, Ate, take a picture of you. Tanggalin na nga natin yung parang may...
How's it taste? This is the first time you tasting snow, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. That one.
Yep.
2, 3.
Keep your eye on it.
4, 5. That's a big one. Okay. 1. That's very nice.
It's good. Refreshing.
Good
Yeah.
as ice.
Yeah.
You want to go up? Yes. Morning. Go.
Just concentrate on what you're doing. There's no safety rails here. This is Armenia.
Mama Ryan, your Prince Charming is waiting.
Come! I'll save you!
Damsel in distress.
Oh, good job. Oh, I'm in the way.
Sorry.
How many minutes?
Sorry. Oh my god.
Lucky man.
Tondir.
This before down.
Bana evimiz. Ateş Gori no.
Mga ilang minutes kaya yan
I'll take
maluto?
photo. I'll take photo. I'll take photo.
My God.
Oh,
O, dito ko nga kayo maanto. Okay. Diyan, Diyos ko. Pipicture na. No.
I'll take photo.
oh, okay.
Okay. 1.
Check naman.
Essa o epi, honey. Diga que ele pique.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Very nice. Pork?
Chicken.
Chicken.
This is chicken and sıcak.
Yes.
Çosna.
2 chickens or 3 pork?
Chicken, ha. This is
The other one?
Yes,
Yeah.
pork. Oh my God. Ang laki pwede natin i-take
Very
natin, diba?
masarap.
Yes, very masarap.
Yay! Well done. Excellent. Just at the airport here in Tblisi, waiting for Maya to arrive. It's 11:50 and she's meant to be here at 12:55, so I've got an hour to wait. Haven't seen each other for 9 months, so this is going to be an interesting reunion we're about to have in this airport here. I have to make sure that I see her first this time before she sees me, otherwise I know she's going to be grumpy at me. We're going on a trip up the, what's it called?
I don't know.
Funicular. Say that word.
Funicular.
Hey, got it. Well done.
Racist.
Yeah, racist. at Tisminda Park.
Stop being so scared.
I'm not scared, you're scared. I'm here with the conductor of the vernacular, Maya Rosalina from Brisbane, Australia. How fast does this mechanism go, Maya? Very fast is a scientific engineering term for the speed.
Yeah, you don't need to know how fast it is,
we'll be going up that road.
As long as you get there, you'll be okay.
Yeah. So you understand what all these buttons do?
Of course, of course.
Yeah. Which one's the go?
Ready? When it says ready?
The one that says ready. Run. The ready run button is the go button. That's reassuring. She knows what she's doing. We're in good hands here.
I think it's for like if we stuck here.
Oh yeah.
We could go out there.
Yeah.
How can you build this thing?
Oh, it's a collision. Thank God we're going left.
I'm sure you
How do we get out here? Saxophone.
That restaurant must be expensive.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I can feel it from the sound of it.
So when you pulling this thing apart?
I just don't know how. What's that? It's like something in there. Look at it.
It does look like one of the eggs from the movie Aliens.
There's actually dumplings in there.
Ah.
That's pretty smart.
Cool. Try one.
Let me try this if it's too hot.
Good soup?
It's good. Smell it. It's like mushroom soup. Like a creamy mushroom.
Alright, dumpling.
I'll show you. This is interesting.
Oh yeah. It's good.
Very good. Oh, look down. Is this your dick inside?
A dick just sucked up inside me. It's alright, I got a tiny dick anyway. You don't meant to just laugh at that. It's like you're agreeing.
It won't make any difference anyway, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. What if I shake this thing? Do you think it's gonna shake?
Try it.
Can't feel
It
anything.
does.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Look at that, babe. Do you mean you want to walk down from that? Come on.
Yeah. I'll follow you when you get it to the top.
That person's coming.
Yes, you can. There's room up there, there's a little platform. You're doing good.
Right, I'm in it.
Well done. Okay. He's forgotten the rest.
Yeah, like, someone's following me.
Someone turned the page. It'd be funny if he just goes, "Wah!"
Yeah.
Try getting that back through customs.
Yeah. Good luck.
Like a fake cigar, I don't know.
They go greening for you?
Not quite the style I was looking for. Neither of these ones. Or these. Hang on. Stop everything. I think we've got a winner. See anything you like?
Yeah. You.
Yeah. Good answer. See ya. Just come through and then, yeah. God. You're gonna have to lift your bag up.
No, that's funny though.
It's kind of working. Maya's first time seeing snow. Oh my god! How do you feel the first time?
Scary, I can't look down.
Like that? Look down like that?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Did you just say you want to vomit?
Oh god. What happened if I just faint?
If you faint, then I'm just going to leave you on this thing till I finish at the top. You can just do a few laps around.
Bye.
Oh, by the way, that's our accommodation over there. Guadauri loft. No big deal. It's living pretty large here at the moment. Get a hot chocolate here. You can get a hot chocolate here.
Jump first.
Huh?
I want to take a picture.
Okay.
Can I jump?
You can jump.
Ready?
Okay? One, two, three.
Oh, that's
Wow.
that's beautiful.
You will fly. Fly. Алютина параплан желается. We won't fly.
No, thank you.
Very good, fly.
No, thanks.
Just dropped Maya off at the airport this morning, so back to a team of one, wolf pack of one, lone wolf, and leaving Tbilisi today and heading west to the town of Gori. Gori is famous for being the birthplace of Joseph Stalin, so I'm going to try and get into the Stalin Museum today. Not sure what time it closes, but hopefully I can get a marshruta to Gori in time. Spend the afternoon in the museum and then kick on the next day to the next town. Feels good to be moving again. I kind of got stuck in Georgia a little bit longer than I intended, but that was just because there was so much to see, and Tbilisi was kind of the hub. I sort of went every direction, north, south, east, and now finally heading west. This is the one annoying thing about catching marshrutas, is that they only leave once they're full. So you can end up waiting here like I am, waiting for all these seats to fill up, sometimes for up to an hour or more, depending on what time of day it is and where you're going. But it's certainly the cheapest option. I mean, this trip's going to cost me 5 lari to travel. I think it's about 200 kilometres. That's equivalent to about $2.50 Australian. So you can't beat that. Behind me there is Joseph Stalin's shaving set, which is how he manicured that fantastic moustache. And also his pipe and cigarette lighter. Not bad. I'm standing here in front of the house that Joseph Stalin actually grew up in Georgia, in the town of Gori. I guess whatever your opinion is of the man, and you wouldn't be wrong by saying that he did lots of terrible things. It's amazing to think that someone who has had such a huge impact on modern history, for better or for worse, came from such humble beginnings like this. If you're wondering what a typical night in a Soviet style hostel looks like, this is what it is. Probably about -3 degrees in this room at the moment. And I'm the only one in here. Full beanie, woolen jacket on, fleece, thermal. I've got my big ski clown pants on as well. The thermal's underneath that. I'm still cold. Can't wait for summer. Or spring even. Bring me some spring. I'd murder some spring. Just anything over 10 degrees would be absolutely unreal right now. I'm here in Batumi now. Batumi is my last stop in Georgia before I cross into Turkey tomorrow, and it's right here on the Black Sea. So you can see the beach here isn't quite as golden and as sandy as it is in Australia, but it's a really good feeling to be here now, because it means that I've effectively crossed through the Caucasus from Azerbaijan a few weeks ago, through Armenia and then through Georgia to the other side of the Caucasus, so all the way from Caspian Sea to the Black Sea, which means that I'm making progress. It's an interesting little city. This one is a port city. You can see behind me all the boats, and it used to be a pretty important city which connected a lot of the ports around the Black Sea. It still is pretty important today, but it's more of a tourist destination. There's lots of casinos here, dodgy massage parlours and bars and clubs and everything else. It's a bit of a summer resort for Russians and Turkish tourists, but considering I'm here in winter at the height of the off season, it's very, very quiet, and kind of like it that way, to be honest. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll be crossing into Turkey.